I keep contemplating, should I turn? Should I turn? But then I hear God say, what can you learn from this? Hi YouTube, thank you so much for clicking on to my video, and today I just wanted to share something that really touched my heart a few days ago. It was about having peace within turmoil and being still. To those who are new, my name is Gianna. Welcome if you haven't been here before, and welcome back to those who are returning. Just to start off, just to get right into it. So I was leaving work a few days ago, and as I was leaving work, it was immediately noticeable how it was a car jam. Further up the road, the light stopped working, so we were like backed up for a long ways out. I figured that, wow, it's gonna be hard to move over to the side that I need to go to, because I have to go all the way to the furthest left side. And so I just found myself waving people just to allow me to get in and get through. And so slowly but surely the line is moving, it's moving, but when I reach the area that's close to where I could see the light is blinking at this point. It just stopped, the line just stopped moving. And there's also a school bus that is ahead of me, and that bus has not moved in a very long time, like I would say 15-20 minutes. And by this time a lot of people are getting kind of anxious, like I got places to be, like what is holding up the line, and people are honking and everything. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, because I don't know direction for nothing. So I figured if I have to do like a U-turn, or I have to go like another way to get to my house, I'm like, how am I gonna find this path to go? Because I'd have to do a U-turn and like go out all the way around, because the intersection was blocked on all sides, because there was cars in between and there was like nowhere to go. So I'm right next to the turn lane, and I keep contemplating, should I turn? Should I turn? But then I hear God say, what can you learn from this? And obviously I brush it off. I'm like, all I want to do is go home because I just got off work. So yeah, like we're just waiting, and then by this time people are like going in the turn lane, just doing a U-turn. Some are doing a U-turn, some are trying to cut the people that's going straight, but then they got stuck anyways because you couldn't go past. And then I'm like, dude, should I do a U-turn? Because I'm not trying to wait for how long like this is gonna take. I don't know if it's gonna take an hour, 2 hours, I don't know. But like at this time I'm thinking, should I call like the cops or something? I didn't see that there was anybody up there fixing the light. It just looked like us drivers are by ourselves, and I'm like, man, this is gonna be a long wait if I decide to wait. Yeah, I ended up calling my mom, and because she knows streets from everything, so I'm like, Mom, like what street, if I take this U-turn, what street should I take? And then she's telling me all the streets, what to take. Then I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know. But as I was contemplating like doing that U-turn, like my wheel was turned all the way. I'm about to hop out that line, and then just suddenly the blinking red light turned green, and then the car started to just move suddenly. I'm like, okay. I'm like, at this point, like it's like free, like we could just drive now. And I'm like, wow, okay, so thank God that it just turned green. I believe God told me like that there was a lesson in this, how during the waiting God will tell you to take a path, and in that path you will see delay, stagnation, you will see like there's a roadblock, you don't know what's going on, and then you feel like it's a lost cause, you should just turn around and go take another road. But what we don't know in that moment of contemplating whether to take another road or not is that if we had just waited a little longer, then the pathway to where we wanted to go would have been shorter overall. Because think of it, the people who did the U-turn, they would have to do a U-turn and then go all the way around just to go around like the blocked intersection. They would have to go down several streets, several blocks or whatever just to turn around, and they would ultimately end up at their destination way it would have taken longer for them to end up at their destination than if they would have just waited, if they just been still. Just to rewind a little bit, I was telling God because I was anxious during that waiting period with the cars, because I don't know, I don't like driving, and when unexpected stuff happens, it makes me anxious. So I was like, this makes me anxious. And a lot of us are anxious during the waiting season because it's like we don't know like what's ahead of us. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if there's help coming. And me, I didn't see any cops or any cars that were gonna fix the light, but that's because like the bus was in the way. And then when the light turned green and I was able to drive further, I was able to see like the worker people there, and I'm like, I didn't see them before. And that's just really to show, like, just because you don't see like God working, that doesn't mean he's not working. He is working behind the scenes. He's a behind the scenes God. I just feel like a lot of people need to hear this word, but suddenly it just happened. And a lot of us tend to not have faith in the suddenly, because it's like you've been trusting God for so many years, all this time, and it's like, yeah, there's no suddenly happening for me. But usually it's that moment of when you're about to turn, that's when that suddenly will happen. I work in customer service and I answer the phone a lot. And a lot of times I have to put people on hold because I'm dealing with customers in person. Sometimes they're on hold for a long time because your girl is busy. So I can't really do anything about that. But as soon as I pick up the phone again to answer them, that's when they end up hanging up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was just about to help you. Why did you hang up? Like, I was just about to give you this discount. I was just about to give you this upgrade to this room. But you hung up and I don't have your phone number. So there's nothing I could do at that point. So really, it's like, I believe like there's a suddenly season for a lot of you. And a lot of you who are just tired of the waiting, just ready to throw in the bucket, ready to turn around. But you don't know but you don't realize that when you turn around, you're going to end up even more delayed than if you just stayed. And when God showed me this message while I was driving in the car, a song came up on the radio that literally confirmed this message that he was telling me. The song that came on was Peace Be Still by Hope. I forgot her last name, but I'll link it in the comments. God was speaking like, be still, because that's a word he's been speaking to me, because I really struggle with being still and trusting. So that verse, like, be still, has been in my heart for a couple years now. He spoke to me about that incident, that it's about being still. And when that song came on, it came on after I heard God say, like, be still. And then that's when I heard in the song it said, peace be still. And then I'm like, wow, it's like God talking to me right now, because like a lot of Christians, I often wonder if God is speaking to me or if this is myself or I'm imagining things. And then another verse in the song, it said, trust the voice that speaks. So that's already two answers to like what I was wondering. I just wanted to speak this message for you guys that don't feel like God is not working, because he is. And it's because like you can't see him, but that doesn't mean he's not working. And I believe it's in Hebrews 11:1. It's faith is the things hoped for that are not yet seen. I just feel like a lot of us are losing our faith, and that we just need that little encouragement to just peace, be still, because a lot of us are anxious in the waiting. I was anxious when I was in the car driving, but God speaks to you to have peace and to be still, and he's speaking that to you right now. Like those of you who are anxious, who struggle with anxiety, who struggle with fear of the future, like you're always wondering, like you're always wanting to know like what's ahead. And God is saying, release that control. You want to know what's ahead because you're still holding on to control. So control, it's like a major issue when it comes to trusting God, because we end up saying like God is not trustworthy, so like I have to trust myself. A part of learning to have peace and learning to trust God is releasing control. And I know how hard that is, because I struggle with control too, and that is something God is really teaching me to release day in, day out. It's just being aware of it first. Yeah, I just wanted to speak that message to you guys. Like, you're on this path, it's delayed, you feel like God's not ahead, He's not working, He's not doing stuff for you, but He is. I just want to encourage you and say that He is working and He is behind the scenes. You don't see Him, maybe the bus is in the way in the spirit, like how that school bus was in my way. I couldn't see. I'm like 5 foot nothing, so I'm not tall enough to see anything. So yeah, I just want you guys to have faith in the waiting. I speak peace over you, and that what you are waiting for will happen suddenly, because I thought the light was going to be blinking red for hours, and then just as I was about to turn, it turned green. And I would just say, listen to that song, Peace Be Still, and just meditate on that, meditate on the words, and to even take this message back to God in prayer. Always take messages you hear on YouTube back to God in prayer. And I just ask that you post down in the comments if you guys related to this. What are your stories of being anxious in the waiting? Did yours suddenly happen yet? Maybe your story could encourage other watchers. And yeah, I just thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.